I'd love to know from you, Amy, can you help us unpack the traits of a victim archetype and how we go about navigating the relationship with someone who's in that sort of mentality?
Yeah. It's interesting that you have had to manage people with that archetype and you also find yourself veering into it. And I think that's not a coincidence. I think we often have the hardest time managing people who portray the traits we're not happy with in ourselves.
Interesting.
And so, and it's partly because we think the psychology of it is I spend so much time and energy managing this in myself. Can't you just keep it together too, please?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, can relate.
And it's just like, I know how terrible that is, and please just stop doing it.
Exactly.
So to talk about the archetype a little bit, the victim it comes out in the book right after the chapter about the pessimist, and that's intentional because the pessimist is someone who thinks terrible things are going to happen all the time, no exceptions.
Yeah.
And the victim is someone who thinks that too, but it's all going to happen to them, right? And one of the key differences between sort of what we call average pessimism, because who among us, there's lots of, you open up any news site, you have lots of reasons to be pessimistic right now. But the difference between sort of everyday pessimism and more, I wouldn't say pathological because these aren't psychological archetypes, but more problematic pessimism or victimhood is the lack of agency. So not only are things going to go wrong and they're going to go wrong to me, but there's nothing I can do about it.
No control.
Yep.